Hi, this is Nick. Welcome to ISG, where we talk all things real estate in the Czech Republic. Today, we're going to do a review for November 2024. So for this review, I want to look at the same kind of things, but I'm going to actually look at some charts with you as well, so you can see how prices have moved and what's kind of going on in the markets generally as we get towards the end of the year. So we can see here that the prices in Prague fell back 0.2%. For the month of November, but still there's an 11% gain across the entire year. Interestingly, if we look at our big movers that we've seen before, like Ostrava, we can see there it's 4.7%, which gives us 34% for the year, which is an incredibly large move. And then if we look further down, we'll also see Pilsen, which fell back 5%. And Zlín here, which rose just a little bit, both negative for the year. So it's kind of interesting that although there is a very positive feel about real estate, that we have some kind of negativity in certain areas where prices have dropped a bit against the backdrop of generally quite large price increases across all places. If we look at the chart of Prague, we can see that we had quite a flat kind of 2022 to 2023 after it falling down quite a bit, and then basically prices have started to rise and rise. We had a bit of a dip, which we thought might be some erroneous data, and it kind of looks like that. Since then, we've just seen a fairly solid trend as we've moved for the average price in Prague from 116 right the way up to 134. Now, as I've said in previous videos, there's not a lot of big flats moving, and there's not a lot of flats moving at all. Everything being sold seems to be around the 6 million, to maybe 10 million bracket, which is quite a lot of money, but you're not getting a lot for that money at the moment. So it's just interesting at the moment. Again, we've had a bit of a pause. Now, we had this kind of back at the beginning of the year. So prices haven't accelerated that much recently. I think people are maybe waiting on those mortgages to decrease. So we'll see what happens there. If this is going to be maybe another situation where we have a little dip, or maybe we just wait here a little bit and then we go up again. If we look at the rental market, we can see a very similar chart and basically very similar figures. Prices in Prague have been up 1.1% for the month, which is coming back towards the highs that we had back in August time, and that's up 8% for the year. Now you can see all rents are up across the country in every city, so it's interesting to see that we've got some that are down for the month, like Hradec Králové or Pardubice, which have had quite strong increases, so they're kind of pulled back a little bit, but overall we can see it's pretty solid across the board, roughly around 10% for the year. And that's interesting to see. So again, we'll see what happens with the rents. It just seems that everything's going up the same. And actually, if we look at them side by side, we can see that again. So we've got the rentals, and on the right, we've got the sales. And we can see that the charts are somewhat similar, kind of flattish to start with, and then quite large increases from those lows, as we've seen here. If anything, the sales price is a little bit steeper, which is what you would probably suspect. And the rentals have been a little bit softer in terms of those increases, but again, them both going up at the same time is kind of rare. A little bit of information about the mortgages. Mortgages were the same rate this month as last month. They're now at 5.32%. So we're not seeing any savings, let's say, from the Czech National Bank being passed on to the consumer. I think a lot of that is down to quite big volumes of mortgages that have been done recently, and also rotation of the discounts that we've been getting from different banks, mixed along with the fact that banks are struggling to make profits. So if they have a strong market for mortgages at the moment and they're able to charge a little bit more, then why not? I think we'll probably see those still come through, and we'll see gradually rates drop, which should affect the real estate market, potentially positively at first and maybe negatively after that. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon.